What's wise, my people? What's wise out there? You know what I'm talking about? This is Wise Talk Podcast, and I'm the wise guy who once was the fool. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get straight on into it. No, I forgot to do what I always do. You know what I'm saying? So let me rewind it back up. You know what I'm saying? Wise thoughts, wise moves, wise clues for you guys to be wise too. You know what I'm saying? Like and subscribe and share to your friends and everybody else. Ha ha. We're gonna get straight on into this old thing we're talking about today. We finna get straight into it. We talking about today, history repeats itself. Yeah, this is what we on today. We on history repeats itself. You know where I'm coming from? Start way back in the days, man. When them guys was trying to conquer land back in the days, you know where I'm coming from? They'll come up and have people believe all kind of lies, all kind of fake news, come back and tell all kind of stories and how people believe this and how people believe that. And what I mean by the people, I'm talking about the people in power. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about the people in power. You know where I'm coming from? History repeats itself. It ain't no difference than right here. We had Bush talking about Iraq. So he goes over there and start a war with Iraq, right? We had, who else did this? I can go on with some names, but I'm just going to keep it right there. You know, it started back them days right there. I can go way back into the days, even when they came in and conquered Africa, you know what I'm saying? But we're not even going to talk about that. We're just going to talk about some things that I know some of you people probably already understand what's going on. So yeah, it started back when they went over there and told us all kind of lies about Iraq. They told us Iraq was this, Iraq was that, and Iraq was this. Big old war came out, right? They went over there and did what they did to Iraq, changed it on up, put the new people in place, and now it's supposed to be what it's supposed to be, right? Now this today, what's going on? We got the people in office, old Donald Trump, right? Starting this war with Iran. Iran ain't never did nothing to nobody over here in America. You know, they probably over there having problems with Israel, you know. But if you knew your history and you understand what's going on, that's been a war started way back in the days with Israel and Iran. But it wasn't called Iran and Israel back in them days. It was called Jerusalem and some other name, you know. So now what I'm trying to share with y'all guys is this right here. This Epstein file came out, right? I always talked about it once, but I'm going to talk about it again. This Epstein file came out, right? For some reason, we watched Hillary Clinton go get questions, asked her a lot of questions. We saw Bill Clinton get a lot of questions asked. What we supposed to be seeing was Donald Trump getting a lot of questions asked to him. But right before they started subpoenaing him to court so they can ask him questions, bombs exploded in Iran. You know where I'm coming from? It's almost like, and this is just my opinion, what I'm finna to say. Was this war started to blind the people or to get them to start thinking about something else other than the Epstein files? Or did he go over there and put a bomb on Iran for a reason? Because they was doing things bad to American people. You understand what I'm saying? The outcome of that, with more and more news we watching, the more and more of these shows I'm watching, it's a lot of people getting upset with this. And what I'm being understanding is this right here. He's have the power. Trump had the power, right, to go do whatever he wanted to do. Like, for example, if he wanted to go out to Cuba, you know where I'm coming from? He can come up with certain type of things that make the news channels say, hey, Cuba not obeying with this, Cuba not this, and they have the news come out here and have everybody out here believing what they saying, and then go over there and bomb Cuba too. And the crazy thing is, not even that. I've been listening to Meet the Press, right? Watching and listening to a lot of people speak about certain things. The president has the power to go do anything he want to do within 60 days without even talking to the Congress or the senators. So, for example, if he wanted to go to Cuba, he can go over there for whatever reason that he's choosing to go over there. But if he goes over there, it has to be completed within 60 days. Now, if it's not completed within them 60 days, what they're saying is this right here. Now he has to bring to the Congress, the senators, the reason for him going over there. You understand what I'm saying? So it almost like this. I keep on trying to tell my people this, and I'm going to tell y'all again. Votes count inside your county. The electoral votes is what put the president in office. The popular votes, what I mean by popular votes, is us, the people. It's who put that's right, cut, and delete that out. The popular people is the people like us who put the Congress, the senators, the mayor, the governors, police chiefs, county chiefs, all of them into office. Our votes count when it comes to that, right? So if we're not voting when it comes down to the things that's going on inside our county, it's certain people that are voting. So they putting their votes in, right? We're not. So when a certain government become in office, the certain Congress, the certain senator become in office, right? Here comes the president now. President Day. Here come a long line with everybody and their mama and kids out there in the line trying to vote for the president. That long line that you're standing in to vote for the president, your votes do not count right there. The only thing you're doing is telling the president that becomes in office if you liked him or if you didn't. This is how the president know if the popular vote people liked him or if they didn't like him. Other than who puts him in office, it's not the popular votes. I keep sharing this with you guys, and y'all keep on talking about other things, so I'm going to share it with y'all again. The popular votes come from the governor. We're the only ones that we control. Our votes count when it comes there. So if to stop certain things that's going on, we have to be able to vote inside our counties. Like right now, voting is getting ready to start. It's a new governor trying to get ready to run. You know, we got to stand up if you want to make some type of noise and what type of change you want. You got to start voting. You got to start speaking out. You got to let them know that you understand what's going on. But if you don't vote right there, them guys that come in office is the guys that's going to put the president in office. So when the president go over here and throw a bomb on Iran, the people may not want that to happen, right? But those electoral votes that put him into office, that's what they want to happen. You know what I'm saying? So when we sit here getting mad at the person like Donald Trump for doing actually what he's doing. Yeah, he's doing what he's doing. But we're not mad at the people who put him in office. The electoral people who voted for him to be in office, we don't have an issue with them. We still sit back and not even care if we voting to put them in office. Yeah, so that's what's going on. History repeats itself. You know, they're trying to take over everybody's land now, like they took over Africa a long time ago. You know where I'm coming from? And not really just take over the land, take over all the goods that's inside that land, you know? So what I mean, the diamonds, the gold, the ivory, you know what I'm saying, all the medicine from the trees and the flowers that's grown in Africa, come over here in America and make it a pill form and make us have to pay for it. If we was in Africa, we can just go pull it off the tree, go boil it, have a little drink of tea, and it's all the way live. You know where I'm coming from? Yeah, but we're going to get off of that story. We're going to get off of something else right now. We're going to talk about this right here. When I start speaking about the Bible, right? When I start speaking about the Bible, I'm not going against nobody. I'm only speaking my opinions. So it's a lot of people who's watching my shows. Well, I ain't gonna say a lot of people. The few people that's watching my shows, when I go against certain religion or I go against certain things that they have faith in, they thinking that I'm going against them. When that's not the case. All I'm doing is sharing my opinion. And I'm sharing my opinion because I have the courage to do it, right? That's one reason. The other reason why I'm sharing it, because I want people that's looking at whatever and however they're looking at it to give them a whole nother way to look at it. If they choose to. They don't have to. They can stay stuck in what they stuck in if that's what they're choosing to do. But I share my opinions only to give others who are stuck in certain situations a different view, another way to look at it, not just the way that they look at it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going against nobody when I speak about riddles that was written in the Bible that we cannot question the author or those who wrote these riddles, right? So it's no difference than me right now today. This is what I do. I speak my opinions, right? My opinions that I speak. Those who listen to my opinions, right? Those who do not ask me any questions, I already think they understand what I mean when I speak. Those who sit down and ask me questions, they understand why I'm speaking it. So this is what's going on today. I'm speaking a certain way, and I'm here today for whoever want to ask me any type of questions about anything that I'm speaking about. Therefore, you guys wouldn't be taking it like I'm talking about you guys when I'm only speaking about my opinions because of experiences that I have made in life. You know, I experienced certain things in life, so I'm only speaking my opinions from that. You know, I'm not going against nobody, and yes, I wouldn't mind having me a church woman, a woman who's off into church real deeply. I wouldn't mind having a woman, dating a woman, or either being married to a woman that's off into church. I got asked that question and I didn't answer it the correct way, so I'm gonna answer it today the right way. I wouldn't mind having me a church woman, but the only thing about it, I don't think a church woman will want a strong man who stands on what I believe in. You know? But one thing about it, I'm not finna try to change that church woman, and I don't want that church woman to try to change me. That's the only thing I feel that could happen that I wouldn't like about it. You know? Yeah, I'll go to church with her. You know what I'm saying? I'll probably sing some of the songs with her. But don't try to change me. You know what I'm saying? Not because I'm stuck in my ways, because certain things that I experienced is what got me in this happy mode that I'm in, this positive mode that I'm in, where I'm not causing problems or hurting anyone. You know where I'm coming from? So if my opinions and how I'm standing strong or whatever I believe in, if I'm not causing pain or causing problems to no one, then I should be able to stand in that stand. But it's too many women out here, you know, try to change a man. You know, I'm gonna look at my woman as a God, and she gonna look at God as someone she prays to. So that's the difference in what's gonna happen with a church woman and a person like me. I'm gonna look at her as being a God, when she's gonna look at someone else as God. So her deepest problems, her issues that she's facing, she's not gonna come talk to me about it. What she's gonna do is pray about it. Therefore, all that pain that's inside of her, all that hurt that's inside of her, it's gonna ball up and it's gonna build up to one day it's gonna release. You know where I'm coming from? Because she looked at not me as a God. So she's gonna talk to the person she looked to as God. Me, myself, like I said, I'm gonna talk to her because I look at her as a God. So whatever issues or problems that I'm facing, with us sitting down talking about it, we're gonna be able to fix it. You know where I'm coming from? Yeah, so that's what I'm saying is that right there. And we're gonna get on this subject right here too. OKC rappers. Yeah, the Oklahoma City rappers out here, man. Let's not get in that playing field to where we saying who the best rapper is. Let's not get in that catalog with all these other states that they did. Let's be different. Let's look at it different. Let's look at everybody as being a hot rapper. It's almost like a little kid, right? Because rapping ain't nothing but art. You know, it's art form, right? So it's almost like a little kid, right? Get a little kid a piece of paper with some Crayolas. You know what I'm saying? A little kid gonna pick up them Crayolas, get that paper, and start drawing whatever that kid sees vision. That's what they're gonna draw on this paper. You know where I'm coming from? And after they finish drawing, they're gonna color it in and do whatever they do to it. Who is us to tell them kids that that picture that they just drew and colored is ugly or it's not worth even being seen? Who is us to tell them that? So let's not get in this catalog where who the hottest rapper is, who the best rapper is. It ain't about who the hottest and who the best. It's about just painting your art. You know? Get your piece of paper, paint your artwork on whatever track that you want to do, that you feeling. You don't have to worry about if the next person don't like the track that you write, that you paint your art to. That's something that you like to do. You know where I'm coming from? So let me say it one more time. Oklahoma City rappers, let's not get off into that who's the best rapper is. Let's not do that. You know, but you guys got the choices and decisions to do whatever y'all want to do. But I feel that we should not do that. If anything, let's all grab a piece of paper together, you know what I'm saying, and paint on this picture. And make a picture that ain't nobody saw before. You know where I'm coming from? Yeah, let's paint a picture that ain't nobody saw before in the OKC. Just like how the Thunders came and won. They painting a picture right now today that they ain't never saw before. And here's the picture right here. After every game, you see all them boys together, standing strong with each other. Only when one of the news person only want to talk to one person. He ain't want to talk to all 7 of them. He just want to talk to that one person. You know where I'm coming from? You see all of them standing strong together. That's OKC Thunders. So it's OKC rappers. They setting it out how we got to do it in the way we need to do it. Let's all stand strong. It's enough money for everybody. Shoot, it's over 1 billion people in this world. You know where I'm coming from? One song. That's all it takes for everybody to get strong. So I'm going to say that and get off of that subject and get on something else. The reason why I feel it's important to own your masters to your music or producing and everything else that you do. Here's why. Samples. And I'm going to use Whitney Houston as an example. Whoever owned Whitney Houston's masters, just imagine how many people that have sampled her songs. Right? All them samples, all that money that's made off of them samples goes to whoever owned the masters. So this is the reason why a lot of things killing that's going on over who own whose masters, because that's what's important. Not the rap song or none of that. The masters. You got some people that after they retire from the music, they just end up selling their masters. You wonder why they sell them for so much? Here's why. Again, samples. It's almost because of gatekeepers. This is the why. You got the gatekeepers. It's all kind of different new producers that's out here, right? That's doing on that keyboard, doing what they do. You know what I'm saying? New sounds get discovered. Not every day, but every now and then. And here is why. Because samples. If we get everybody to love samples, right? And we don't allow people to, how can I say it, enjoy other different type of artwork. Let me say it that way. We get them so busy listening to the one sound, this one sound that they listening to where they do not even open up to even recognize a different sound that's going on. All that goes back to masters. Those who controls these, delete, cut it out. Those who control the music, right? And let everybody sample them songs. And then it's mostly like this too. Let's take an artist that don't have a name, right? He probably know how to do his own beats, production and all that, right? The sound that he like is a new sound that ain't nobody even heard before, right? His artwork is all the way cold with it. The way he write on a piece of paper, you know where I'm coming from, but the sound that he write that artwork on, it's a whole nother sound that ain't nobody never heard before. To the point, nobody wants to hear his artwork, or nobody even pays attention to his artwork, all because of a new sound that they're not recognizing or even don't even care to hear, because they're so used to hearing a certain sound. A sample is what it basically is, a sound that you heard in the 70s. You know what I'm saying? So this is what's going on today. This is the reason why a lot of people are getting murdered over masters right now, because everybody and their mama is sampling music. So after the samples is done, that money goes to the people who controls the masters. I said a long story just to say that right there. You know where I'm coming from? If you don't control your masters, the people who do control your masters is to be the ones that benefit off of your artwork. You know where I'm coming from? So it's important to own it yourself. Let me say that. Get off of that subject. We're going to talk about something else right quick. Yeah, we're going to talk about this. The power of the mind is what we're talking about right now. And I'm going to give you guys a story. Take a 14-year-old guy, right? Well, I jumped the story. Let me break it down. Let me go back. Take something that's already been, how can I say it? when I'm going to use this as an example, without saying it that way, I'm going to say it this way. Rules is already being put down, right? Regulations and rules is already being put down, right? Money is what I'm talking about now, right? Old schools that started what they started back in the 60s already put the rules and the regulations down to what it is and how it is. Nothing changed but names. You know where I'm coming from? Now here go money, right? Take a 14-year-old person with some money. This 14-year-old person gonna figure out how powerful money is. So what he's gonna do is use this money to buy a position, to get followers to follow him. And once he buy the position and get the followers to follow him, remember this, his rules and regulations are already put down ever since the 60s and the 70s, right? So this 14-year-old guy, got the followers, got the money, he done bought the position. Now he's changing the rules. The way he want to play ball is the way the ball got to be played now, you know. So since he have money, you know where I'm coming from, he got this money, right? This guy got this money, right? You got the people following. He got the people following him, right? So as they follow him, what up with you? Get your ass in. You want to get in?
No, I can't.
We'll get back up. I'm in the show. Yep. So after that, he got the followers. He bought the position. He got everything going on. Now he's changing the rules. You know where I'm coming from? Rules being changed. The way the 60s and 70s put it out there is not going on no more. This 14-year-old person studied the power of money. You know where I'm coming from? He just studied the manipulation of what money could do, how it can control others. You know where I'm coming from? So the outcome of this right here, all the rules that the 60s and the 70-year-old guys put out here to follow, to play this game of ball, right, has been destroyed, has been changed. All over this 14-year-old guy who got money in his pocket, who then bought a position and have all these followers following him. Is he a bad person for doing it? Is he a good person for doing it? The outcome of this right here is this. If it's hurting others, can't be nothing but a bad person. If it's benefiting others and putting smiles on others' face, can't be nothing but a good person, right? So if your rules out here is changing up what's been already put out here, let me say it again. If you hurting people with these rules that you feel is right, you gotta check yourself before you wreck yourself. Cause like my pops always told me a long time ago, if you don't listen to me, it's gonna be somebody out there that you're gonna have to listen to. And them people are going to tell you what time to eat and what time to go to sleep and what time to wake up. You're going to have to obey them. So never allow your money to buy a possession. The 70s and the 60s guys already put the rules and the regulations already down the way the game's supposed to be played. This basketball game, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they already put it down the way it's supposed to be played. You know where I'm coming from? They already put it down the way it's supposed to be played. And I'm going to share this one thing. I already shared it one time. I'm going to share it again about these baby mamas of mine. But this, I'm going to get on my first baby mama because she always in the cut thinking I don't never say nothing about her. So I'm going to say something about her today. She want to say I'm a bad guy, right? And I'm going to use this as an example. When you care about somebody, right? It's a certain way you care. It's like when you see them doing something wrong or you feel something is going wrong. And the crazy thing is this right here though, right? What we see that's going wrong and what we think that's wrong, right? They happy doing it. You understand what I'm saying? So let me say that too, right? So what I feel is wrong or what I felt that wasn't good for me, she was happy doing, you know? So let me say this, where I learned something right here. I always shared this right here, and I didn't learn it. I learned this by dealing with her. It's the reason why I shared, right? 2 + 2 is 4. It's something that we all gonna be able to agree to, right? But what's right is something that causes an argument. Let me say it again. What's right is gonna be something that causes an argument. So I'm gonna use this as an example, right? If you bring a lot of women into a house, right? And the women that you was bringing inside the house, none of these women are in relationships. These women that you bringing inside the house are women who chase men with money. You know where I'm coming from? Yeah, they chase men with money. You know where I'm coming from? These is the girls that you bringing inside of a house when you calling yourself a woman that loves somebody, right? You bringing women inside of a house who chase money. So I shared a story with her when I seen this. And what she heard the story too. Birds of the feathers. Let me say that. Cut that out. Birds of the same feathers flock together. You is who you hang around. If you ain't who you hang around already, you will become who you hang around. Right? So what I'm saying is this right here. Me trying to speak out about bringing these girls inside of a home where our kids lay their heads at, and they not in no relationship, they chasing sacks, right? They chasing men with money. You know where I'm coming from? So in the outcome of this, me speaking about how I wasn't happy in these situations, speaking out, nothing changing in these situations. So I started cheating myself, right? So in the outcome of me doing the cheating that I was doing, I become the bad guy. And what's crazy is this right here. I would pull up at the store, right? Well, now I'm gonna say I jumped the gun. Let me say this. I would pull up at some of these girls' houses, right? You know where I'm coming from? To take them a dinner, right? Because I was making plates, you know? So let me say that, if you understand what I'm saying. I was making dinners, right? And I would pull up to them and take them their plate, right? As I'm dropping off the plate, I would see a certain guy in the house. You know where I'm coming from? These guys that I was seeing in the house, be guys, you know, they got a little money in their pocket. And with the craziest thing, some of them would be married with another woman that I know that I was taking place to them too. You know what I'm saying? So I would see these guys in different places with different women, you know. To make a long story short is this right here. These guys felt that it was cool. Like if I'm at the gas station pumping some gas or something, these guys felt it was cool to come talk to me like, you know, like they knew too much about me selling my plates. You know where I'm coming from? So when I took it to my BM, my baby mama, my first baby mama, I said, hey, you gotta stop letting these girls inside our house because they talk too much. They talking about my recipe, the way I season my chicken, and they sharing it. So you gotta stop bringing them into the house. She still didn't want to listen. She still didn't want to listen. So it was almost like me trying to change her. Something she's happy doing, me trying to change it. So the outcome of it now, like I said, I started cheating and everything. And then supposed to came down to this. I supposed to be the baddest person around. I holler and scream and I do this and I do that. So let me say this. If I was walking, I'm gonna use this as an example. If I was walking to the kitchen, right? And there was some water on the floor. And I slip and fall on this water, right? If I come back and cuss you out, anger don't have a heart. I keep trying to tell everybody this. Anger do not have a heart at all. Anger don't love nobody. So you should never want to have nobody angry for no reason at all. If anything, make a person feel at peace. So if I come back and cuss you out in anger, right? You the one left the water on the floor and didn't clean it up. Maybe you didn't see the water. Maybe you did. But if I come tell you that I slipped and fell over this water that was left on the floor, and I'm hollering and cussing about it, why not just say, yeah, you're right. You did, my fault, I forgot, or my fault, I didn't know it was there. Instead, you want to say you didn't do it. So now with you saying you didn't do it, and I slipped and fell, that's a whole nother argument different than me falling on with the water. Anger don't have a heart, so all kind of words gonna get said. So maybe I am wrong for using my words. You know where I'm coming from? But it's almost like this too. Women are wrong for not listening too. You understand what I'm saying? So I know I'm pretty sure a lot of men go through this situation. A man speaks from his heart, right? So when a man's heart speaks, let me say this. and it speaks to the woman ignores it. She feel you just talking for no reason, right? So then the next day go by. Them same words that you used that came from your heart that she ignored, now you use them with anger. Because now you mad. Anger don't love nobody. You know what I'm saying? The same words, but you using them angry. Them the words that they pay attention to more than they pay attention to your heart speaking. That is the craziest thing that I ever recognized right there. So this is the reason why I came up with this right here. 2 plus 2, we all can agree that it's 4, but we'll never be able to agree on what's right. So I told her this. The reason why I look at life the way I look at it, because I look at the woman that I deal with as a guy. What caused the argument so much is this right here. She don't look at me as a God. So she go pray in a dark place, talk to herself, come up with her own answers, and use that on me. And this is wise thoughts, wise moves, wise clues for you guys to be wise too. You know what I'm talking about. I swear to God on my blunt. And I'm up out of here. Like and subscribe to the channel and share it with your friends. I'm gone.